used to go to this Chinese, but it really wasn't Chinese. It was another name they called it. And I noticed they had the buffet in there, but after a certain time they would close the restaurant. They go back there and cook their own food that was not on. They would come out there with a big tray of grilled fish and rice and a lot of steamed vegetables. So one day I kept watching them. I think they was from, it might have been China. And I said, that food y'all eating over there, that sure look good. Can I have some of that food? They said, come on, come over here. I went over there and sat with them at the table, all the black person in there. I sat, and that shit was good as hell. Do you hear me? I had that fish. They had grilled that fish, but they grilled it whole. I forgot what kind of fish they said it was. Had the steamed vegetables, the rice. That food it had a clean, it was real delicious, had a healthy feel and a taste to it. It wasn't that greasy shit they had on the table. I was just surprised they gave me some chopstick and everything. I sat there and ate with them.
There you go. So that's why, like you said, slave food is soul food now, but then, surprisingly enough, it's still popular. It's like, well, damn, don't you know what the chitlins are? Just like in when my parents are from Guyana, in South America, they have this thing called black pudding. Basically, black pudding is from the intestines, and it's stuffed with rice and seasoning.
What?
Listen, it's the cow intestine, and they take it and stuff it with rice and seasoning, so it's mostly rice, and they boil it in the cow's blood. The intestine is usually pink or whitish, something like that. So picture you tying it, it's like a sausage, and you boil it in the blood, so it looks like a big kielbasa. And you cut that up, and you put some sort of relish seasoning on it, and you eat that. It's called black pudding. Or if you don't want it to be black in the cow's blood, you boil it in just plain water until it's white, and they have white pudding.
Lord have mercy.
So it's black pudding or white pudding. Those are your two options.
Let me know. I want you to come back because you taught me some things I needed to know, and I want you to share some more with us because our people really need to wake up, and we need to know these things. Even if we want to continue to eat slave food, we still need to know what we're dealing with. What's your name?
Bon.
Thank you. Let me know when you want to come back because I would love to have you back on the show when I have more time.
Oh, no, definitely.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
813, are you just listening, 813, or do you have a question or comment, 813?
Hi, Miss Tyler. This is Red King. How's it going?
Hey.
I have to agree with the last caller. He made a lot of good points, but, we there was a wedding, and nobody told us we were invited. You know what I mean? We had the Food and Drug Administration get married to each other.
Yes.
And the thing is, when you look up the original drug, I believe it was a Middle English 14th century word drogage, which came from the word drogage, which meant a drug was something that gave you euphoric effects. The word drug, not medicine. But they word things in such a way that we think, oh, okay, drug must be good. We got to remember that fen was one of those things that they so-called approved. And they also had a few other drugs, I think, that were on the market that they said that would be good for you, and people were dying of strokes and stuff. So what happens is you get these people who get sick off this food, get sick off this meat, get sick of all this. Then they have to go to the doctors, the hospitals, to get more, they get more money either way it goes. And it's very true. If you go to predominantly, I'm not going to say black neighborhoods, let's just say maybe low-income neighborhoods because there's a difference between that. I want everybody to do this. I want you to take a pad and pencil, and I just want you to look at the regular prices of food. If you look at the chips, what chips are, if you look at whatever it is, canned vegetables, canned whatever. I actually did this little test because it was an episode of Cosby Show years ago where they actually had people in like a low, income neighborhood or something that they were helping bus them to white neighborhoods to show the same things. And this is without fail. I have done this. You can look and see these same cans at some of the same stores, like, Publix and some of these same places. If it's in a smaller neighborhood or low income, you can find maybe you might have 4 of these canned foods for maybe $1 at an upscale white neighborhood. But for blacks, they actually charge more money. And they're buying more, the people who can't afford it, they're buying more, so they're getting you both ways. They get you sick off the stuff. You got to go to the doctors. You got to go to the hospitals. Then, on the other hand, they take it and take your money and try to, increase this rotten stuff, this rotten food, and make you pay more for the rotten food.
You're absolutely right, and I see it every day, and it's like I get frustrated sometimes because I go into a big supermarket. I might go to Kroger, Publix, and you know what, most of the stuff in there, I can't eat it. I bypass it, and I had to really regulate my diet, and my diet is very, very small. And it's like when I hear black people, I laugh. When they talk about, oh, I had shrimp, I had lobster, those are scavengers. You eating a nasty, filthy scavenger. When you eating a catfish, you eating a nasty, filthy scavenger. And, yes, they taste good. I used to eat them. But I had to learn not to be controlled by taste because you need to study the nature of a thing. As I was talking about earlier in the show, mother-daughter drama, and looking at the nature of your mother and her womb, and look at the nature of your condition and go all the way back in your bloodline to see where it started so that you can end it with yourself. You have to look at the nature of animals that you're consuming and how they are processed.
No, I gotta give you a little warning. You said somebody a chain by name, and I've been cracking my joke all day. But sometimes, hey, they'll be like Alexyss. You're disparaging in the name of our grocery store chain, and we're about to sue the fuck out of you.
I shop. That's why I said I shop at Publix and I shop at Kroger. I didn't say don't shop there. I just said that with all the food in there that I can't even eat it. It's like starving at a feast. Because there are certain things that I have to bypass because I know that the way that, not because of the store itself, but because of the way they're processed, and by the time they get to the store, they're already hybrid. So it's not the store itself. Yeah. They're accepting, like he said, the FDA, the American Medical Association, all of those are married to each other.
Mm-hmm. Hey, now, Alexyss, comment on this. I mentioned a Time Magazine article. There was another Time Magazine article I saw where it said it had a picture of like a teenage girl who's all filled out, had a body like a woman in her mid-20s. And the article went on to say that some of this food, genetic food or whatever, or the steroids in food, causes women to fill out much quicker than they normally would. What do you know about that?
It is absolutely true. The hormones cause a little girl to mature early. These little girls are 8 or 9 years old, getting hair, a full pussy full of hair, just like a grown damn woman, the way they look at 8 or 9 years old. Pussy full of hair everywhere up under their arm, and at 8 and 9 years old, these girls are getting periods and they're getting pregnant at 8 and 9 years old.
Wow. That's scary.
And that's what the sad and sickest part about it is some of these little girls are even born and they have the little breasts sticking out, a newborn baby. You wonder why do they have little breasts and little nodules on their chest, because you also have to look at what the mother consumed. That's why it's even dangerous to give a child a mother's breast milk if she's been a drug addict, or alcoholic, or she's been eating a lot of, y'all need to stop drinking these Cokes, these diet-free, forgive me, you're right, Alan, damn. Soft drinks.
Can't say them names. Because
any soft drinks with artificial sweetener, any food or diet food with artificial sweetener. Y'all really need to look up the aspartame. That stuff is poison, and the FDA knew it was poison, but they talk about your boy Donald Rumsfeld. When he was working for the Ronald Reagan administration, Ronald Reagan owed Donald Rumsfeld a favor, and he got them to push the aspartame through the Drug Administration, Food and Drug Administration, without testing it, and he knew, yes, right, aspartame, however you want to look that up, because it causes cancer, and it is a brain killer. It goes and it attacks the neurons in your brain, and it makes people brain dead. Yes, that's like Codex Alimentarius, ghetto. Y'all need to study Codex Alimentarius. That is what the eugenics, and those are the people that control this system. That's the system they created for the genetically modified food and additives and food colorings to use to kill your damn ass, to give you cancer, to give you heart attacks, to shut down your kidneys, to destroy your brain cells, to lower your IQ with the food. And food and water is the most powerful weapon, because that's what you have to have.
Well, Alexyss, I just want to thank you for, just, making a brother just change his whole itinerary for the weekend and the holidays and shit. Now people are going to be saying, hey, Al, you want to eat some of mine? I'm like, hell no, that's just poison. Shit is fucking some scavenger shit. Get that shit away from me. And what's in these cookies? Oh, them cookies inspired me now. Oh, hell, you just trying to kill a motherfucker in here, huh? Excuse me, Alan, why are you
you know
No,
what,
no.
Alex? And the people will research what we're saying and what Red King is saying. They'll see that we're telling the truth. Don't believe us. Go research this for yourself. That aspartame will give you old folks' disease, which is called Alzheimer's. People do not normally get these diseases because they are old. They're saying people in their 30s now are getting Alzheimer's, especially if you are a diet food and a diet soft drink addict. Then you're going to start having brain problems with your memory, with perception,